All right, so my name is Brian Manini, and I have created a site for you as a tournament host, bowling center coordinator, to be able to enter your tournaments in one place and have tournament bowlers see them easily. So basically what we have here is we have a site where you need to log in. We also have apps available in the Android and iOS app stores. You can find that by searching for ibowltournaments under those stores and download the app, and you'll be able to do all this through that as well. So first we start off with registration. It's very simple. There's very little to it. We just click the register button here, or you can log in with Facebook or Twitter as you saw on the account. And I'm just going to put Brian. I've already got an account with my name in there, so I'm going to put Brian Michael. And then we'll just use brian@michael.com. And we don't send you a bunch of emails. It's strictly for notification purposes within the app, and you have control over whether or not you want to receive those or not. So once we click register, we're not going to save the password. It's going to ask you for some basic stuff, your zip code, so we're going to put that in there, your state, and then these questions you can answer if you want to. If you're a tournament host or coordinator, you probably don't. You may or may not bowl. I don't. It's really irrelevant. If you'd like to enter it, go ahead. If not, that's okay too. Notifications for tournament updates. If you want to receive information on tournaments, you can select to receive them via email, via text message, or both. You can enter your phone number if you want to receive text messages, obviously. And then you can send a reminder before the tournament to kind of just send you a notification saying, hey, this tournament's coming up in a few days, just to let you know, just to remind you. If you're a host of tournaments, you will need to select yes here, and that will give you a couple extra menu items when you run it. The checking range for other tournaments, what this does is it goes ahead and checks within 30 miles, 60 miles, or 90 miles of your location to see if there's anything else running on that same day that you're putting in when you're creating your tournament. So it's kind of a scheduler, if you will. And once I save this, it'll go ahead and ask me if I want to get some more information about how the site works. I can just click on this About, and it'll take you to the About page. From there, you can navigate the menus up here and just go to the home screen. So this is basically the upcoming events page. This is where your tournament will show up after you enter it. You can, as a user, they can select this. You can select this. A header or a detailed information. If I select header, it's going to kind of narrow things down and give me a little bit more legible screen. But you can hover over any of the tournaments and it'll give you the information within the tournament that's running. So, all right, this my schedule portion up here, I'll just go over real quick just so you understand what the bowlers will be going through, what they'll do. But basically, they'll find their tournaments here, and they can select their distance. They can either select their state, within 25, 50, 100, or 250 miles, or they can see all the tournaments. Once they find one they want to go to, say this one for Kansas City tournaments at Ward Parkway Lanes, I'm going to go to that one. So I'm going to click Add, and that will basically take it and put it up in my schedule. So now anytime I look at my main screen is going to come up, and that's going to be my schedule as a bowler. So if I'm going to create a tournament, since this is for hosts, we're going to go to My Tournaments, and we're going to go to Create New Tournament. And then here we have basically some search options. Anything you see with a star in it, you can search, or a box you can search. So I'm going to search for my center, Brookfield Bowl, and it's right there. I'm going to select it. Hit select. It takes me to the screen where I can enter my start date. And we'll go ahead and start this on May 6th, and we'll start it at 1 o'clock. I do not have to enter an end date if it's a one-day tournament. You can if you want to, but it doesn't matter either way. This is for multiple weekends, that kind of thing. If you're going to start it on May 6th and end in September or something, you can put the end date there. We'll also designate that on the main screen with a red M, just for multiple. Tournament name is Brookfield Bowl 8-gamer. My website is brookfieldbowl.com. My phone number is 76. Basically, you fill this information out. You've got your entry fee. An all-in cost is just how much, if you have a maximum amount of brackets and things like that they can get in, you can put the whole amount so that a bowler knows how much money to bring with them if they want to get in everything. I'm going to leave that blank. You don't have to fill that out. This is an 8 gamer, so it's going to be 8 games. We'll make it handicap, 80% of 220. And then we've got singles. You can do multiple selections here by holding down the control key if you like to do that. If you've got singles, doubles, you can put singles, doubles, and team for that kind of event there. I'm just going to make this a singles tournament. For send notifications, I want to be notified when anybody enters my tournament. This will automatically send me a notification. You can type your rules or any information or rules, like you must wear dress slacks or anything that you want to put there. You can do that, or you can just upload your flyer. Or you can do both if you want. Copy the text from the flyer into here, and then go to the next screen, and then you can upload your flyer. So you just go to your wherever your flyer is going to be, put it in there, and it'll show up on the screen. So like if I'm as a bowler, I can pull that up and look at it. Or you can go into the create flyer section. Now, if you do this, this is very basic. It's going to give you a generic flyer. It's nothing fancy or anything like that. If you want to put your bowling center logo or your tournament logo up here, you can just select or hit this button and select your logo from wherever you have it on your computer, and you can change anything you want in here. It pulls the data from the tournament that you just entered. So I'm going to leave that blank. And so right now this is taking me to the edit flyer screen because we didn't finish it, but so we'll just leave that there. And I'm going to change this to show only header, and then we'll go ahead and find our tournament that we just created. So we're going to go to May 6th, I guess. Alright, so there it is. That's my name, the tournament. It's got the information. Anything I would have typed in there would show up there. How much it is, where the address is, and all that. And then we can just hit add, and it'll add it to our calendar as a user. For your tournaments that you run, if you've got to go in and change anything, edit anything, you can go to show my tournaments, and it'll pull all the ones that you've entered. Just the ones that you're running will show up here, and you can select all of them, the ones that haven't run yet or the ones that are over. That way you can go ahead and upload results if they're finished. If you click on the name of the tournament, the details section of the tournament, it will actually tell you who is coming to your event, who's added it to the calendar. So that'll give you a list, and within that list, you can, if there's 30, 40, 50 people in here, you can actually just click this little button here and then send a message to everybody in your user list that's coming to your tournament. So if anything changes, you need to get a hold of people, whatever, you can just do it nice and easily right there and send one message. It's kind of a little miniature bulk email system, but just for people that have already added you to their tournament, or added your tournament to their calendars. You can also go in here and edit anything you want to edit. If I want to change the bowling center, I just select the new location here. If I want to edit any of this information, I can click here. I can upload the flyer. I can edit the results, upload the results. You even have an option to select a second administrator. So if you don't have time to keep up on any changes or upload the flyer, you want to delegate somebody to do that, you can do that here. They do have to register for the site in order to be selected as an admin, obviously. Once you're done with all this, you can go ahead and share this tournament to Facebook. So you can create the tournament here, share it to Facebook, and then you have it in both locations. Since Facebook's a little harder to search, especially if you're just uploading flyers, it doesn't obviously search the text for the flyer. So I know a lot of times I've looked for tournaments and saw one that I wanted to go to, and then Facebook refreshed and I lost it and I couldn't find it again because I couldn't remember anything. But this site will alleviate a lot of that, or all of that, if we get everybody using it. So, and the last thing I want to show you here is a copy feature. So if you have a schedule of tournaments that you're running for the whole year, you can go ahead and just enter them all at one time. And you can just change the date, the times, the name of the tournament, and copy it. And I'm gonna add one here for June 6th or June 3rd, and I'll change that to 12 p.m. and we'll call this a 6-gamer. And then we'll copy, and I'll show you what happens there. Basically, you get the same exact information, and I can go ahead and change the center if I want to change the center, if it's a multiple center deal. You can change the name of the tournament. You can go ahead and edit all this information if you want, but it keeps your basic information in there. It saves you a little bit of time as far as uploading and retyping everything in. And again, you can share on Facebook and all the normal stuff that you can do. Okay, so now we've got a 6-gamer and an 8-gamer in there. June 3rd, everything else is the same. you can also delete a tournament. So like say, I'm not going to really have that tournament, I just hit delete, and then I'm going to delete it. So it's gone. Okay, well that is about all I've got for the hosts section of this. This video is probably pretty long already anyway, so I'm going to stop this here. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me at brian@ibowltournaments.com or get on the site and just send me a message. You can do it that way too. Once again, just please share this with everybody you know. And if you're a host, please enter all your tournaments.